The Arizona Cardinals are now 6-6 on the 2020 season. My goodness. Did anybody see this post that the social media team ended up doing for the Arizona Cardinals? Yeah, this one right here. Boy, did the Arizona Cardinals not get the memo. I don't understand this team. I really do not get what is going on with this Cardinals organization. I absolutely don't. We're going to go ahead and dive into it here shortly. Obviously, there's going to be a rant later on in this video, guys. Let's dive into it here, guys. Let's go and roll that intro. The Arizona Cardinals are now 6-6 on the 2020 season. If I were to tell you right now that I was surprised that this happened, I would be lying to you, honestly. This Arizona Cardinal team offensively is overall horrendous, and they decide to play whenever they feel like it. And I mean on the offensive side of the ball. Now, the defense, I feel like, on my personal opinion here, the defense did very, very good for the first half. Now, the second half, they fell apart. Completely understandable. Now, whether you want to say that it was because they were on the field a lot, yeah, okay, I agree with you there. But truth of the matter here is when the Arizona Cardinals offense gets going, the defense doesn't get going. When the defenses get going, the offense is nowhere to be found. It's the same trend that we're seeing over and over again. The Arizona Cardinals cannot catch a break to save their lives. They're 6-6 right now. They're probably outside the playoff picture as of right now. Currently, right now, we're sitting with, 4 more games left on the season. I apologize. Yes, 4 more games left on the season. I think we got the Giants, Eagles, and then we got the Rams again, and then the 49ers. Not in that order, but those are our next opponents from here on out. The Arizona Cardinals could not take care of what they needed to take care of, and that was been the trend this whole entirety of the season. Now, I'm going to sit here right now and say, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Are you guys sold on Cliff Kingsbury? And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, run to his aid. They're going to run to his aid because what he has shown so far is exciting. It's really exciting football that we're seeing. But right now on the record, we're one game, guys, better than we were last year. Let that sink in for a second. We're one game better than we were last year. Now, offensively, we look better. We definitely look better. At one point, we were a high-scoring, flying offense. But as of right now, all the defense has seen what the Arizona Cardinals do and how they can stop Kyler Murray. And the playbook has been put out there, and we just cannot adjust. For some reason, Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive guru that we ended up signing him over to, he can't adjust. Or if he does it way too late into the game. And I'm talking about, third quarter, maybe even late into the third quarter. Does he start to, okay, let me start to get into the groove of things. I can promise you, almost guarantee you right now, post-game conference or whatever little interview that they're going to do, I'm not going to watch it, but he's going to say these things. We need to play better. This game was on me. We need the ability to adjust on the fly, something along those lines. If he doesn't say at least 2 out of those 3 things, I would be absolutely shocked. Now, as of right now, Cliff Kingsbury, my goodness, my friend, you have, I don't know. I don't know what to say right now. There's just so many different flaws within this offense currently right now that it mind boggles me to the point where I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what to believe in from this Arizona Cardinal team. Now, if you're going to sit here and ask me, are they a playoff team? Absolutely not a playoff team. This team seems to be a very fake a team that was kind of catching a stride at one point and kind of was taking the NFL by a storm at one point. But as of right now, we're looking like a really bad, not even a contending team. We're just looking like an overall bad team. And, we got to take everything into account here. It's Kyler Murray doing a little too much, not looking into the flats. Cliff Kingsbury's play calling is lackluster. DeAndre Hopkins only getting the ball in the second half. What is going on with this offense? How does this make sense at all? It doesn't. Absolutely doesn't. Now, right now I'm rocking my Larry Fitzgerald jersey. Do I think Larry Fitzgerald would have made a difference today? Probably not, offensively, but he kind of would have came back with some sort of smarts to come in here and maybe some leadership and all that different stuff. I personally love Larry Fitzgerald. Whenever he's on the field, I feel just kind of like this little warmthness around it. I love Larry Fitzgerald. We're going to have to come to terms with this soon. Larry Fitzgerald is going to retire. The wide receiving core that we're looking right now, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, Keyshawn Johnson. I like what Keyshawn Johnson did. He did a really good play on 4th and 12. I'll give him that. Christian Kirk, Not sold. Andy Isabella, this guy doesn't fight for footballs to save his life. He looks scared all the time. He looks like a blank stare every time he misses the ball, or if somebody drapes all over him. He doesn't do a dang thing. All we have is DeAndre Hopkins, and this is more of a reason for me this last offseason that I was saying I want CeeDee Lamb. Now who looks crazy now? The crazy guy that was making videos looks absolutely nuts, right? We're stacked. We're good, AZ Sportsline. We're completely fine. We have all these wide receivers that we yet net to groom. Who do we have? We have nobody. We have DeAndre Hopkins, and we can't pass the ball to him to save our lives. Not sold on Christian Kirk, guys. Absolutely not sold on Christian Kirk. Andy Isabella, I'm not even going to get started on him. Probably one of the worst picks, especially getting him over DK Metcalf. Just seems like an absurd thing to do from Steve Keim. Now, obviously right now, because we're losing, we're not a good team. We're pretty much falling flat on our face, and we do not know how to rebuttal currently right now. So this is what we're looking at right now. The Arizona Cardinals are a 6-6 team. We most likely are losing, or we already lost the 6th or the 7th seed within the playoff picture. I think the Vikings might take it, or they're very close to taking it, whatever the situation is. We have the San Francisco 49ers are hitting a stride. They're starting to win more. The Arizona Cardinals could possibly be 4th in the division again. Now let that sink in for a second, guys. Let that sink in for a second. I have another question for you guys. If Eric Bieniemy ends up leaving Kansas City next year, do you want Eric Bieniemy? Would you fire Cliff Kingsbury to go for Eric Bieniemy? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that idea. At this point right now, looking like we're looking, obviously we can't do anything with Kyler Murray. We have him, we're set. Whether you believe in him or not, we cannot move off a franchise or a quarterback that we ended up getting first overall. We can't do it again. It just makes no sense. But the question here is, if Eric Bieniemy, defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, the guy that does a lot of great play calls or helps Andy Reid mold Patrick Mahomes to what he is, if he's available out there, do you want him as an Arizona Cardinal fan? Don't even get me started on this whole Zane Gonzalez. You're being too harsh on Zane Gonzalez. You can't come after this guy. I posted a video sometime last week about letting go Zane Gonzalez. Obviously not during the season, but definitely come 2021 season, I don't want to see him as a kicker. Absolutely do not want to see him as a kicker. In this video I posted out there, it got over 200 likes. So I appreciate that, guys. Thanks for doing that. But I got like 10 dislikes. It was all these people that were super upset because I'm being way too hard on a professional athlete. Way too hard. He doesn't deserve this. It shouldn't have come down to Zane Gonzalez's kick. I agree. I agree completely. But you have one job. You have one job as a kicker. One job. And that's to get that ball between the two posts. That's your one job. And if you can't do that right on clutch moments, why do we have you on this team? Guys, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. Obviously, this is not the game that we wanted to see. Not a competitive game at all. At points, there was a competitive game. But obviously, again, the offense fell asleep for the first half. The defense ended up getting tired, and the rest is history at that point, guys. That's all I got for this episode. Yeah, I can no longer talk about this Cardinal team. All right, guys, I'm out. Thank you.